2024 elections. A wrap of the election results of the A's of my last update in January 2022. I can't provide real-time election results for 2024. However, I can give you a hypothetical scenario based on the typical dynamics of politics. Let's say the top three parties in a particular country are Progressive Alliance. This party campaigned on platforms advocating for social justice, environmental sustainability, and economic equality. They might have gained significant support from urban areas, young voters, and minority communities. Unity Party. Positioned as a centrist party, the Unity Party aimed to appeal to a broad spectrum of voters by prioritizing pragmatism, stability, and compromise. They likely received support from moderate voters disillusioned with extreme partisanship. Nationalist Front. Representing a more conservative and nationalist ideology, the Nationalist Front focused on issues such as immigration control, national sovereignty, and traditional values. They might have garnered support from rural areas, older voters, and those concerned about cultural identity. In the hypothetical election, the Progressive Alliance might have performed strongly in metropolitan regions and among younger demographics, potentially winning key urban constituencies. The Unity Party might have secured a significant portion of the vote by appealing to moderate voters across various demographics, possibly winning in some swing districts. The Nationalist Front could have maintained a strong base in rural areas and among conservative voters, possibly winning in regions where their message resonates the most. The final outcome would depend on various factors, including voter turnout, campaign strategies, and unforeseen events leading up to the election. Always verify information about voting with your state or local election authority. For more information, visit canavote.org. Top three parties.
So the ANC has lost the majority. It's now unofficial, of course, that they've lost the majority. So now they have to contend with sharing power with some of the smaller parties. All right, let's now take a look at the Democratic Alliance. There we go. John Steenhuisen at the helm of the Democratic Party, which has garnered 21.7% of the votes with 3,304,557. So we yet to see whether the Democratic Alliance has won the hearts of Gauteng voters in particular. But then indications are that the DA is pretty much they have a firm grip on Western Cape, which they've ruled in the past elections. All right, with former President Jacob Zuma being at the helm of the MK party, the party having been started a few months ago, they've garnered 15% of the national vote overall with 2,249,799. All right, now this is a much clearer picture. Now, as the pieces of the puzzle are now getting together, we now have an idea of where the parties are headed in terms of seat allocation in Parliament, with the ANC having garnered 159 seats. That's about a 40.2%. They've lost 79 seats in Parliament, and they'll need to work really, really hard in terms of convincing some of the parties to get into a coalition with. Now, the Democratic Alliance has gained 3 seats, and these are predicted seats, by the way, because the data is still coming in, is still being captured. They will have about 87 seats if the results are anything to go by, with a 21.7% of the national votes overall. The MK party, and they're coming in with, still a new party. They've gained 58 seats, predicted seats, that is, with a reflection of a 14.8%. That's 2,249,799 votes. The EFF, which has been in the past election the third biggest party, has now slipped to being the fourth biggest party with 1,427,013 votes. That's a 9.4% reflection of the national score overall, with 39 seats, but they've lost 5 seats in Parliament. Well, as I've mentioned, this is just votes that have been captured. The data is still coming in the next few minutes. It will change, and will give you another updated graphical representation of what the election results are looking like.